This is from the Vancouver Sun. John Rustad hunkers down again as party board tries to force him out. BC Conservative leader John Rustad hunkered down Wednesday in the face of the latest challenge to his beleaguered leadership, this time from members of the party board. We ask that you step down as leader, allowing for a subsequent leadership contest to choose a new leader to take the party in the next election, pleaded 7 members of the board management committee in the letter to Rustad dated Tuesday. I'm not going to be resigning, Rustad told reporters after the letter surfaced. He described it as merely an internal matter, one that he would be taking up in a meeting with the management committee. As internal matters go, this one reads more like an eviction notice. The committee didn't sound the least bit inclined to be placated by a face-to-face with the leader. As a leader, it is your responsibility to unite the party around a common vision and to lead us forward with purpose and clarity, wrote the 7. Instead, they could see was sagging poll numbers, memberships, and fundraising, a shrinking caucus and staff, a philosophically inconsistent policy, low morale, and perhaps most importantly, a lack of enthusiasm from our membership. Therefore, we, the committee, cease to have confidence in your leadership. Yes, they conceded Rustad has been instrumental to putting the party on its feet and into the position of being the largest opposition in provincial history. But since the election, an unprecedented level of turmoil has engulfed our party, and the constant state of discord shows no sign of abating. The resulting state of chaos, driven by a series of decisions and actions taken under your leadership. So he's booted quite a few members out. We have a story of another member just left today or yesterday. Oh, here we go, right there. But warranted, witness Rustad handed the least of the latest departure from his dwindling caucus, the resignation on Monday by Amelia Boltby, MLA for Penticton Summerland. So the BC Conservatives are like in absolute free fall. John Rustad has a bit of a history with how he decides to try and run the party, and when people show conflicting ideas or have concerns, he just charges ahead like an idiot. So I think any chance of BC trying to weather any of the drugs, how about this? You want to see how messed up BC is? You want to check this. This is from Juno News. NDP MLA deeply concerned about schools discouraging hard drug use in schools. You heard that right. A British NDP MLA says she is deeply concerned about explicitly discouraging drug use in schools. The comments came on Monday legislature from BC NDP MLA for Ladysmith Oceanside Stephanie Higginson. She said she will not support the Drug Use Prevention Education in School Act because she finds explicitly discouraging drug use to be deeply concerning. Higgins calls the Act's approach outdated. This is where the NDP is. The Conservatives, if they had any, like if John Rustad could fall upon his sword, and you know what, I've steered the Conservatives, I think, in the right direction, but obviously there's an ingredient missing, and I can't rally my troops, and they're starting to desert. This is a flippin' layup. This is a layup.
You know what really grinds my gears? You, America. Fuck you, Diane.
What? I can't even imagine if I heard somebody complaining about discouraging children from using hard drugs. What? Like, that is some mental gymnastics. Like, I can't even wrap my head around the thought process that was running through this idiot's head, and I'm sure there were other people that agreed with it. What?
Well, here, well,
God,
you know what?
God, we really stopped caring about kids, didn't we?
Oh, the
Holy
NDP sure as
shit.
hell.
Era scared straight that was in place when I was young, it risks undermining the very outcomes it seeks to achieve. The bill mandates a curriculum that explicitly discourages drug use and promotes stigma against drug use as a deterrent. This language is deeply concerning. We know from decades of research and experience that stigmatizing drug use does not prevent it. It is not only outdated.
So hold on, let me get this straight. We should actually encourage them. Is this like one of those like reverse psychology things?
Hey, you remember that story that we talked about where that like 14-year-old girl was like hooked on drugs? She went in a treatment center, got kicked out, and OD'd and died.
Probably.
That's what
Wow.
Stephanie Higginson is least concerned about. It's not. Okay. Fuck. My libertarianism is all. Yeah. My libertarian ideas are dying, and they're dying pretty freaking hard. When you hear like this is end stage. This is like libertarianism. Like, well, I guess this way. Hard left.
Like Big L?
I have no problem. I shouldn't say no problem, but just like how we regulate tobacco and alcohol and drugs in general for the population, what BC did, they basically went hands off. Go have your heroin. Go have your meth. Go OD. Oh, you ran out of crack? Here, have some more.
I'm beginning to wonder when.
Yeah, it's pretty hard not to get pissed off when you hear this stuff. I have no problem with someone if they're an adult. You know what? You want to smoke a joint after work, go to bed. Cool. I don't really care. Actually, speaking of weed, remember what they were talking about? Like, oh, when we legalize weed, we'll be able to make hemp products, and we'll have hemp clothing and hemp this, hemp that, hemp that. Where's the hemp clothing?
Hippies are wearing it. That's it.
Where's all the hemp shirts?
There isn't. They were just full of shit. You know, but the thing is, like, when you hear somebody making comments like this, it's really, really hard not to think that the government is involved with all the drug shit going on in Canada and they're profiting off of it. That there isn't, you know what I'm saying? Because who in their right mind would say discouraging children from using hard drugs is the bad thing to do? Because that doesn't just discourage people.
It's
so what, you encourage them? Like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
This is the continuation of, you know, the ending gay conversion therapy, this type of stuff, where they have to only affirm. So if a child says, "Hey, teacher, I heard smoking meth was super cool. I don't know what you do with meth. I don't know. Never done it." But anyways,
I don't even know.
But so like this opens so many doors. It should be, no, you shouldn't. You're 12 years old. Why are you talking about drugs? It's like, you know, now when you hear a 5-year-old when they're like, "Oh, here are my pronouns and here's my sexual orientations." Like, you're 5. Why do you know that? Why do you know what your sexual proclivities are? When we were growing up, if we heard a little child talking about sexual stuff,
CFS.
Yeah, Child Protective Services would be called.
1,000%. Like, what would we start encouraging children to start running around playing with knives and guns because, you know, you don't want to use bad language and discourage them? What's going to happen if you try to discourage them? Yeah, they won't be dumbasses.
Like, I can get where she's coming from in a compassion sense. That is, someone is a junkie that they couldn't go and seek help. But I'm talking about an adult.
Yeah.
You
Not
should
a
be doing
flipping
everything.
child.
Yeah, you should be doing everything in your power as an adult, as a responsible parent, saying, no, don't. This is what could happen. These are the things that possibly could happen. Like, just giving them that. You shouldn't even be talking to a child about this.
Right?
Like,
I know that wood chipper looks really interesting, but you should not throw your brother in there. Bad. I guess we just stop discouraging children from doing anything and we just let them run amok. Amok.
well, yeah, Adderall for studying, I understand that, but I don't know. I've become kind of more and more disillusioned with ADHD. I don't know. I've become
What
more
is it?
disillusioned with it. So
What does
Todd
that mean?
Patterson, what?
Sorry, it's okay for doing it for Trump. I don't know what that means. Carry on.
Yeah, I don't. Todd, could you clarify what you mean by that? It's okay if you're doing it for Trump. Well, provide a safe society. It's all shortcuts. Well, we've seen like BC is junkie central.
Yeah.
You know, I always talk about look up Oppenheimer Park, look at East Hastings. There was a place, a ballpark. It was a big, like a kid's, park, but it was like had like a ball diamond, and people used to go there. I would be getting my semi loaded, watching people play baseball there. Now it was just that, like the last time I was there, mind you, this was like 7-8 years ago, or maybe 6. I don't know.
I don't feel like it was that. And it wasn't that long ago. Like, it's less than that too.
Yeah, so
like
you
good
just
4 years ago.
yeah, so we're just seeing I've seen these parks just become inundated with drug users, with homelessness, with crime, and I feel for people who are homeless. I wish that their circumstances were better. I do. But I guess when a plane is going down, they say put your mask on first before you help someone else. You know?
Well, and it depends. Like you have some people who they want to be homeless though. So I mean, those people that's a completely different ball game. It's not the ones that not the nomads, the ones that actually down in their luck, they're stuck on the streets and have nowhere to go. Yes, I absolutely feel bad for those people. I mean, the ones that choose to live there, I mean that's their choice. It's a little weird, but I mean,
Larry Campbell. Let's see.
try.
Larry Campbell appointed new downtown East Side provincial advisor. So former Vancouver mayor has been named by the province as its latest go-between for Vancouver's poorest neighborhood, as it seeks to improve the quality of life for residents, workers, and visitors. No one visits there willingly. Who goes down to East Hastings? Like by choice.
Serial killers.
No, that's true. Yeah, so Larry Campbell,
Richmond?
77, was Vancouver's mayor from 2002 to 2005, formerly a police officer. All right. Our government is determined to deliver better outcomes for this community at the heart of Vancouver. I'm looking forward to working with Mr. Campbell as he helps bring our efforts together and partners to the table, to improve quality of life for everyone in the downtown East Side. Yeah, get these people off the street, into treatment. I don't know, something.
Okay, there was that guy. I feel really bad that I will figure out what his name is because I feel bad talking about it, but not actually giving him a shout out here. But there was some guy's YouTube channel that I was watching the other day. He has like a main one and then he has a raw one. And in his raw one, he was actually in Winnipeg and he was talking to people that are literally living on the streets and stuff like that. And one of the guys that he was talking to that was literally freaking at that place where they stole the copper off the roof. Oh, I can't remember what that place is actually called, but it's right on like Higgins and Mainish or something like that.
Oh, what was his name? Todd? He was a comedian out of Toronto or something. Right. Okay. Anyways.
I don't know. Anyway, but the guy that he was talking to, he had literally said one thing, because when asked what could the government do, and he said mandatory rehab. Like, if you would actually take these people, make them go to rehab, that would literally change the homeless problem, the drug abuse problem, everything immensely. Like, he is literally someone living on the street suffering from addiction, and he's saying, we need, like, take us, put us in rehab, help us. Like, it's that, to me, that's really sad, because it's literally someone who's suffering from addiction that isn't like, just leave me alone, I want to be here, I want to do my thing. It's, please help me. Like, this is what needs to be done. You want to see people off the streets, you want to see the drug shit go down, mandatory rehab. And he was saying, I can't remember where he said it was, but he said they did it in some other place and it's worked so well. Like, that's what Winnipeg should be doing for our situation.
Well, and Todd, that's, and I think that there's a difference. So Todd said, it's not homeless today, it's a lifestyle choice. I was homeless in Calgary at 30. I got my life together without help, and in the I don't know, deets. Fat cow and bearded sheep here are judgmental. No, I think that there's a difference. That there's people that go through like rough times.
Yeah.
You know, someone that's, you know, it could just be like a bunch of really bad circumstances happen and they find themselves, you know, out on the streets. But those people are still, hey, this isn't me. Like, I don't want to live out in the streets. And so, you know, I think those people are kind of temporary. But yes, there are people that are just like, I like this. I'm trying to find
Okay, well, that's interesting. So Greenleaf Terrain said Afghanistan has a best drug rehab program in the world. It's harsh, but it works. Well,
yeah, they turned you into a suicide bomber.
No.
What do you mean?
No,
now?
but that actually might have been where the guy was talking about, because it was someplace, obviously not in Canada, but it's harsh. And there's a lot of people who don't make it through it, because it's not, as he was talking about, it's not like you wean off the stuff. It is literally, nope, they scoop you up, they throw you in jail, and you're stuck in there for a year. And it's cold turkey. So there's a lot of people, unfortunately, that do not make it through because of how addicted they are. And all of a sudden, going through the cold turkeyness of it, they could end up passing just from the detox. But
okay, here, I have this for you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
You remember this? So if anyone doesn't remember, so this girl, you know, there's that trend of like, you know, I start with a bobby pin and I trade up. So this girl ended up she got traded up to a house. She eventually got to a house and she renovated it.
Okay.
And donated it and gave it to a TikToker that was homeless. She renovated it.
Wow. No,
Teenager went viral for being banned from a house she got for free. Backlash against Demi was so bad that she posted a 5-minute video to clear herself.
Hi guys, in the last 24 hours you might have seen this video. In order to protect Shay, I had decided not to post anything about this entire situation, but now it's time to come with the receipts. It's gonna be a long one, so here we go. On January 25th, 2022, Shay moved into the house. She brought her boyfriend's mom, and all of her animals. Everything seemed great. She sent me a video. It looked perfect. We had an Amazon wish list put up, and you guys were sending tons of packages to her. But on July 31st, 2022, so a little bit more than a month later, I got this strange message from somebody that lived next door saying that there were tons of packages outside in the rain. When I messaged Shay about it that same day, she said, quote, "I'm trying to find a flight back to Clarksville." You can pause to read that.
So Demi found a neighbor near the house who would take care of her packages for the meantime. But 2 months later, Shay never showed up. This teenager went...
Oh, bastard. They don't show the...
This TikToker traded up.
Okay. All right. Atozi. All right. Let's just...
Hold up. What? What? So at this point, Demi had stayed completely silent about what had actually happened. She hadn't said...
In order to protect Shay, I had decided not to post...
They basically trashed this whole house. They had shit everywhere. They put holes in the walls.
See, like,
yeah, you can see
side
it there.
picture.
Yeah, I wish...
Oh my
This teenager went viral.
On.
back to Clarksville.
Oh.
Can't imagine that somebody
There you
would
go.
do this. And after 14 months of me talking
Here,
with her,
I'll back it up a little bit.
14
Yes,
all
please.
of the garbage that had been used in the month that she was there was jammed into closets. So you can imagine what it looks like after 14 months. I've never seen anything like this. I cried in the front yard of the house. Just can't imagine that somebody would do this. And after 14 months of me talking with her this entire time and her saying she was moving back, we're just waiting. We just needed more time. And I honestly believed that and spent the next 24 hours with Bobby cleaning out the entire house, cleaning maggots and trash and everything that was left there to put the house back into the state that we had given it to her in.
After all the terrible things that has happened, in the end, Demi still chose to be kind.
So after I got home, I thought about posting the video and the content of the house being destroyed.
Well, yeah. So you get the point.
That is so sad.
Yeah. So someone that did something selfless, and this is what these bleeding heart, and we see the videos all the time of, like, you know, yeah, illegal aliens should be allowed to move here. You know, they're just as you know, they should live here just as much as I. But then they do the, hey, well, here's Julio and like 4 of his like gang buddies. Can they come live with you? And they're like, oh, well, we'd have to talk about it. It's like, well, but you were just saying that. Yes, they should be. Someone has to maintain that property. Someone has to take care of it.
I literally can't even imagine if something, God forbid, happened and we had nowhere to go and somebody had the kind heart in purchasing a house, renovating it, and giving it to us, of being that disrespectful. Like, that is literally slapping this girl in the face for doing something kind. I cannot imagine being that